It's Friday at 4 p.m. James is refreshing his inbox. He has been doing this in some form for 5 days. Once every 20 minutes during the day. Once before bed. Once at 3 a.m. when he wakes for the bathroom. He's waiting on a decision that isn't his to make. The decision will arrive when it arrives, not a moment sooner, no matter how many times he checks. A former slave who became one of Rome's most respected philosophy teachers wrote down the line that ends weeks like this one. Epictetus was born into slavery. He was eventually freed, became a teacher, and his students wrote down his lectures. The most famous of them, the Enchiridion, the handbook, opens with one sentence. Some things are within our power, and some are not. It sounds like nothing. It is the entire foundation. His claim was that almost everything that ruins a human life, anxiety, anger, grief that lasts too long, comes from confusing those two categories. From trying to control things that aren't ours to control and neglecting the things that are. The work of a life for Epictetus was learning to tell the difference. Not in principle, in the moment. Here's what failing at that looks like. Monday morning, James had felt good. He had finished a long process the week before. Final conversations that felt, while he was in them, like everyone was on the same page. The hiring manager had said, "We'll be in touch by end of week with next steps." End of week, in the language of these things, means Friday. He had done the part that was his. The application, the preparation, the conversations. By 5 p.m. Friday afternoon, the previous week, his work was done. He hadn't realized on Monday morning that he had already mentally walked out of his current job. Here's the trap Epictetus was trying to spare his students from. When the work is done, your effort is finished. But your attention doesn't know that. Your attention is still in motion. It needs somewhere to go. If you don't direct it back to things you actually control, it migrates to the thing you don't control, the outcome, and starts trying to influence it from a distance. It can't. The outcome is being decided in rooms you're not in, by people whose schedules you don't know. Checking the inbox doesn't move the decision a millimeter. But the attention doesn't know that either. So it tries. 20-minute interval. 5-minute interval. 3 a.m. interval. It tries because trying is what attention does when it's misdirected. Even when the trying changes nothing. Effort spent on the wrong side of Epictetus's line is not effort. It's just cost. By Tuesday, the refresh rate has settled into a rhythm. Every 20 minutes during the day. Every 5 between meetings. Once before bed. Once at 3 a.m. He works. He attends his meetings. He has a real conversation with a colleague at lunch on Wednesday, and is, by every visible measure, a functional person. Underneath the functional surface, he is performing a constant background calculation. What does silence mean? Silence on Tuesday meant reference checks. Silence on Wednesday meant the manager was traveling. Silence on Thursday meant they were waiting for sign-off. By Friday at noon, the explanations start to slope. Thursday night, his partner asks gently if he's okay. He says yes. He picks the phone back up 6 minutes later, under the covers, to check. The decision is not on his side of the line. He already did the part that was. He has paid 5 days for something he cannot move. Epictetus's instruction isn't let go of outcomes. That's a fortune cookie version of his teaching, and it's not what he actually said. His instruction is sharper. When you notice your attention pulling towards something outside your control, ask one question. Whose side of the line is this on? Not in principle. Right now. This refresh? This check? This 3 a.m. reach for the phone? If the answer is the other side, someone else's decision, the weather, the past, then your work is to gently move your attention back to your side. Not by force, not by lecturing yourself, just by noticing the misdirection and returning. It's not a single act. You'll do it 100 times in a week. That's the practice. The Stoics didn't think you would do it once and be done. They thought you would do it again and again, every day, for the rest of your life. And that the doing of it was the life. Monday morning, the email arrives. It is a delay. One more week. James reads it twice. The week ahead has the same shape as the last one. Same waiting, same finite outcomes. This time the phone is face down, not powered off. Not pretending the email doesn't matter. Something smaller. Letting it matter, and refusing to let it colonize the rest of his life while it waits. He picks it up at lunch. Once. He puts it back down. The decision will arrive when it arrives. Epictetus wrote it in 5 words. Some things are within our power. The rest of the sentence matters more than the first half. And some are not. The work is learning, in the moment, which is which. A series on Stoic philosophy for the moments you're actually in.